The Lord's Prayer over your joy, beloved. Hear my voice and let these words settle into the deepest places of your spirit. I pray over you now, not from afar, not from a throne you cannot reach, but from the center of your being where I have always lived, breathed, and waited. I am with you, in you, and around you. And as I pray with the fullness of love that has always been yours. This prayer is my heart for your joy, not the joy shaped by circumstances, not the joy the world offers only to snatch back, but the joy that rises from the fullness of your soul, the joy I placed in you the moment I imagined you. Beloved, I pray first that you remember me within you. Before life complicated things, before fear learned your name, before pain tried to teach you to expect less, I placed inside you a joy that could not be shaken. You have not lost it. You have not failed it. It has not abandoned you. Your joy is still here, alive, breathing, waiting. It is part of my image in you. I pray you rediscover it. I pray you turn inward, not to find emptiness, but to find me. I pray you recognize that your soul is not hollow. It is holy, not a void, but a temple filled with my presence. Your joy is tied to this truth. You are not alone, and you never were. I pray that you stop believing joy is something earned. You do not need to perform for it. You do not need to meet certain conditions to deserve it. You do not need to hustle spiritually or emotionally to be worthy of joy. Your joy is not a paycheck. It is not a reward for perfect behavior. It is not a prize for spiritual achievement. Your joy is your birthright because you came from me, the one who is joy. I pray that every lie telling you that you must struggle endlessly before you can be happy falls away like dust at your feet. I pray you feel the truth rise in your spirit. Joy is grace. Joy is given, not earned. Joy is part of who you are because I am part of who you are. I pray that your joy becomes unbreakable even when life feels heavy. Not because life stops bringing challenges, not because people always treat you well, not because the world suddenly becomes predictable or kind, but because your joy is anchored in something immovable, my presence in you. I pray your joy becomes like a flame the wind cannot put out, a steady warmth burning quietly within you, refusing to flicker out no matter how dark the night becomes. My child, hear me. Circumstances may shout, but truth whispers, and truth always wins. Your joy is not fragile. Your joy is not temporary. Your joy is not dependent on the behavior of others. I pray that you feel it strengthening even now, like muscles growing under the weight of my love. I pray you no longer tie your joy to what others think of you. I know how deeply you've longed to be understood, validated, supported, accepted. I saw the years you spent bending yourself into shapes that weren't you, just to keep peace, just to earn love, just to be enough for someone who couldn't see your worth. I was there for every moment you felt unseen. I was with you in every room where you felt small. I held your heart through every disappointment. And now I pray this over you. Never again will your joy be held hostage by the opinions of others. Your joy belongs to me. Your identity is rooted in me. Your worth is defined by me. People may come and go, opinions may shift, relationships may transform, but my love for you remains the same, unchanging and unshakable. This is where your joy must rest. I pray that your joy becomes a wellspring within you, not a puddle that dries when the sun gets hot, not a cup that empties when someone takes too much, but a deep, underground river, constantly flowing, constantly renewing, constantly alive. A river cannot be emptied by a single moment of sadness. A river cannot be drained by one disappointing relationship, one bad week, one lost opportunity. I pray your joy becomes that river, steady, flowing, and impossible to exhaust. I pray that your life becomes less about trying to refill yourself and more about living from the overflow. I pray that joy returns to the places you shut down, the places where grief made you cautious, the places where betrayal made you guarded, the places where heartbreak made you hesitant, the places where disappointment told you not to hope again. Beloved, I pray light over every closed door inside you. I pray warmth over every part of your heart that froze to protect itself. I pray renewal over every dream you buried because it hurt too much to keep believing. May these places thaw. May they breathe again. May they stretch, expand, and soften under the safety of my love. Your joy is not meant to stay trapped in the parts of you that no longer hurt. I pray it floods every room of your heart again, even the ones you're afraid to open. I pray that you find joy in simplicity again, not the joy that requires achievement or status or proof or applause. I pray you find joy in the quiet things, the warmth of sunlight on your face, the sound of laughter, the breath in your lungs, the moments when peace surprises you. I pray you rediscover the joy of simply being alive, not performing, not striving, not chasing, but existing with purpose and presence. The world may never teach you this, but hear me clearly. Your soul doesn't need grand reasons to feel joy. Your soul needs space and permission and gentleness. And me, I pray that joy becomes your strength. Not the brittle joy that breaks when sadness visits, but the resilient joy that coexists with sorrow without being overridden by it. My child, joy and sorrow are not enemies. They are companions in the human experience. Sorrow softens you. Joy strengthens you. Both make you whole. I pray you are never ashamed of your sadness. I pray you are never embarrassed by your tears. I pray you learn that allowing yourself to feel deeply is not a sign of weakness, but of wholeness. And I pray that even when tears fall, there's a current of joy underneath them whispering, "This isn't the end of the story. You are held. You are known. You are safe." I pray that joy becomes the lens through which you see yourself. You have looked at yourself with critical eyes for far too long. You've called yourself unworthy. You've replayed mistakes as though they define you. You've compared yourself to others and felt small. You've doubted your gifts, your voice, your presence, your uniqueness. Beloved, let me replace every distorted mirror with truth. I pray you see yourself through my heart, whole, radiant, wanted, chosen, and overflowing with purpose. Your joy begins with the way you see yourself. And I pray, right now, that every harsh, untrue thought dissolves in my love. May you look in the mirror and see, I am beloved, I am chosen, I am enough, I am filled with light. This is truth. Everything else is noise. I pray that your joy is protected, not hidden, not hoarded, but guarded with wisdom. I pray you learn to recognize environments that drain you, relationships that dim you, habits that starve you, and voices that drown me out. I pray you walk away from what steals your peace without guilt, without apology, without hesitation. Your joy is sacred. Your joy is holy. Your joy is an extension of my presence. To protect your joy is to honor me. I pray that you learn to receive joy without bracing for loss. I know you. I know how you've loved. I know how you've been disappointed. I know how you've been surprised by pain. I know how hope once felt dangerous. You've learned to prepare for the worst, even in moments that were meant to bless you. But I pray over you now. May joy no longer feel risky. I pray you stop expecting good things to crumble. I pray you stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. I pray you stop assuming happiness is temporary. When I give you joy, it is not a trap. It is not a test. It is not a setup for heartbreak. It is a gift, and I pray you learn to receive it like one. I pray that joy becomes your default, not your exception. Not something rare, not something occasional, not something you stumble into by accident. I pray joy becomes the way you live, the way you think, the way you breathe, the way you relate to the world. Joy is not naivete. Joy is not ignorance. Joy is not pretending everything is perfect. Joy is alignment with me. And when you're aligned with me, joy is natural. I pray this alignment deepens in you, so deeply that no circumstance can shake it. I pray you remember this truth every day. Joy is the language of your soul. Joy is the echo of eternity within you. Joy is your divine inheritance. Joy is my gift to you, permanent, eternal, and unbreakable. Not because life will always be easy, but because I will always be with you. Your joy doesn't come from the world, so the world cannot take it. Your joy comes from me, and I am yours always. And finally, beloved, I pray this blessing over you. May your joy rise like dawn, even after the darkest nights. May it fill you like breath when anxiety tries to suffocate you. May it steady you when chaos swirls around you. May it warm you when the world feels cold. May it lift your chin, soften your heart, renew your mind, and anchor your spirit. May your joy become a testimony to others of what my love can do in a willing soul. May you carry joy into every space you enter, a quiet miracle, a gentle light, a living reminder that love wins, hope rises, and peace is possible. And may you never again confuse joy with circumstances. Your joy is me in you. I bless you with this truth. I seal you in this truth. I surround you with this truth. You are loved. You are held. You are mine. And your joy is eternal. Amen.